Hey guys, this is Fiend Frenzy 91, and I'm talking about the Nintendo Direct. Yesterday's Nintendo Direct was pretty decent, and it actually was able to surprise me. I think that people like a lot of Nintendo announcements. Why? Because they make announcements that are coming out this year. Nintendo doesn't seem to pull the whole, hey, we're going to announce this, and it's not coming out for another 2 or 3 years, except for some exceptions. So it's really cool to watch these directs, and a lot of these games that get announced are actually coming out the year they are announced. They're not coming out like 2 or 3 years later like what a lot of other companies do. I mean, they actually had a decent amount of new games announced, and more than I thought. I thought it was going to be a third-party ports, which it was. I thought it was going to be DLC announcements, which it was. But they also had some Nintendo game announcements that I did not predict. I mean, games like Astral Chain, Super Mario Maker 2, I mean, they opened with that. And The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening remake, which I don't care too much about, but still, they made a decent amount of announcements, and some of these games look pretty good. But what I also like is that they made some announcements that you could enjoy now, like some updates to games such as Captain Toad, the co-op update, which is free, and let me just dwell on that for a second. I like how they can actually just update a game to be co-op. That is kind of cool, because we all know that sometimes we'll be playing a single-player game, and we'll be like, wait a minute, this seems like this was built for co-op. Why aren't I able to play this game with a friend? So it's kind of cool that we now know that they can just update games with like co-op patches or whatnot so that they can actually just add co-op to games that are like it. Right now, they did it with Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, but who knows? Maybe World of Light will eventually be co-op like Subspace Emistry had been, but in any case, it's just good to know that they can make updates like that to games. There were some pretty good third-party announcements, such as Hellblade. That was one of the ones that shocked me the most. It's like, what? This is actually coming here? A game like that to come to the Switch? That kind of tells me that a lot of games can come to the Switch. I mean, that's a pretty graphically high game, and I was watching the trailer, and obviously graphics do suffer somewhat, but the fact that it can come to the Switch is just amazing. They also had like Assassin's Creed 3, Dead by Daylight, Grid Autosport, Unravel 2, but a couple others, but I'm not going to go through all of them. What I am going to talk about is Daemon x Machima, which is the gameplay you're seeing right now, actually, because once it's one of those announcements that they announced, and you can play it now. It's a prototype. It's basically, I think, a few missions. I haven't finished it yet, but it's pretty good. I recommend going out and getting this demo. It's pretty good. Also, you can play Tetris 99, which was a game that was just weirdly, it was like, what was that? And then when they said it's free for everyone who has the online subscription service, I was like, wait, what? That was just a great announcement, and I basically downloaded it very shortly afterwards. In any case, to me, this direct was pretty good. There was no big announcement that just, like, blew you out the water, like with the Super Smash Ultimate announcement from last year, but it still was pretty good. It was decent. It had good third-party announcements, good first-party announcements, and in general, that's what you want out of most directs, good third-party and good first-party. So the updates and all the other stuff, and the fact that there were games that were announced that you can actually play right now were just like icing on top of the cake. Anyway, what did you guys think about the Nintendo Direct? Were a lot of the games that you wanted to be announced? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. May God bless you all.